All right, without further ado, here in the top left-hand corner is the map. Playing as the blue Protoss pieces. Give it up, it is Trap. And at the bottom right, in the red, playing as the Terran pieces. Give it up, it is TY. Alrighty guys, so let's go ahead and see what ends up happening. Now, TY has always been a very strong Terran. He's been doing really well as of recently, and you know, his TVP has been on fire. Trap, it's definitely one of those Protosses that can play very sneakily. He can definitely play very macro heavy. So we'll see in the series what Trap wants to go for. Now, Trap going to be coming across with this probe, wants to get some annoying scouts done. And we'll see, you know, is he going to be able to delay the bunker, or the barracks, excuse me? How much of that time will be wasted? It does look like it's going to finish up without any problem. And we should see an expansion come down pretty easily here for TY. Now, behind it is going to be a Marine first for TY. Expansion going to be taken for Trap behind this, so nothing too crazy to be seen. And yeah, I like it. Factory coming down for the Terran behind this, and I'm interested to see, does he go into Widow Mines? Does he want to go into a Hellion play here? TY has been known to go into that kind of Hellion drop into the main. Keep that pressure on the Protoss and just continue to push on two different fronts until he can eventually just overtake the Protoss. So I'm excited to see. Protoss for Trap, just going to be hanging out to the front, bunker coming down for the Terran, and yeah, I mean, neither player really being aggressive right now. It is still early to tell, but you know, we'll see. Twilight Council coming down for Trap, and the first Stalker making his way across the map. I don't know, do you really get that aggressive? You know, game number one, it is a best of 5 series, it is the semis, so do you just throw out your all out builds here? It's going to be Hellions coming out from TY. And yeah, I like this so much. Trap just going around with the Stalker, not being aggressive with it, but just wants to make sure, are there any proxies? Is there anything going around? TY is definitely one of those players that we see likes to proxy from time to time. And especially if he knows that TY is going into this Hellion play, a lot of Terrans like to proxy that starport out. Doesn't look like it's going to be the case this time. It's going to be just made in the base, but ooh, I like this. Going into the Hellions as a distraction, but we'll follow up with the Widow Mines. And I mean, it's kind of that classic bait and switch almost, you know? Very nice. Alright, so Hellions still able to just kind of poke and prod. And again, they're not really looking to get the damage done right away. It's going to be a lot of, hey, let me get as many probe hurts and probe kills. And then continue on from there. Now, the Trap is getting an observer. By the time it finishes up, we should actually see it being available here in this attack. Widow Mines going to be dropped. Trap will eventually be able to pull some of these. Oh no, able to get 3 kills. Still going to go into the main. Automatically the probes are going to get pulled. And unfortunate, gets hit off on the assimilator. Second one does go down. We'll force another probe pull. Now Hellion's going to come in. We'll be able to pick off a couple more probes, but that's going to be about it. And was it really that worth it? I mean, he lost 4 Widow Mines for what, 6 probes? No, and now we have this huge follow-up for Trap as he's just going to retaliate, push across the map. It is mainly Marines and a tank for TY. He does have that Raven getting ready to pop out though, so it should be okay. But it's one of those big gambles, right? If you can't get the damage done with the Widow Mines, you need to have a strong follow-up, and we'll see. Blink is done as the observer does fly into the main base, sees that there is a tank, and they're going to choose to not blink in, especially with only 3 stalkers behind it. He does have that third base though, so we'll be able to continue his lead in the economic side. Charge on the way. And yeah, behind this, I like this so much coming out from Trap. He's like, you know what? I'm in an okay position. I'm in a situation where I can keep TY at his own base. I can do what I want to, get into the tech that I need. So we're going to see him add on those additional gateways. He's got the robotics bay finished up. We do see him going into Colossus. We should see that extended thermal lance coming through pretty quickly, and charge is about halfway done. So we'll be able to go into that kind of like charge lot, Colossus style. We have actually seen a lot of Protosses just get like 2 or 3 Colossus and then switch into disruptors, and it really adds that nice kind of harass. And considering TY is going for a very heavy Marine army, I think that's going to be more than okay. Yeah, at the same time though, TY not in a whole lot of stress, but we will see him actually start pushing out with this army. Yeah, looks really good. 4th base coming out from Trap as the Colossus and the sentries and stuff coming through. Does he allow TY to get set up though? It's kind of in this awkward position of the map, and we do see TY wanting to push into this 4th base. Decides actually like he's gonna go around or just return back at least. And then we go behind this. This is going to be Vikings added on. +1. Almost done for the Terran. He does have concussive, or excuse me, combat shields on the way. The Raven, full of energy, will be able to at least kind of push onto this, lockdown the Colossus, if anything. And, you know, I am kind of worried for Trap. I mean, he does have an okay army, but it's very just zealot heavy. He doesn't have any stalkers. He doesn't have... no, really a whole lot with this army. He's got sentries, which will help with guardian shields, which will help kind of break some of the Marine Marauder up. But he needs to add something more to this. He is going to eventually go up to High Templars. Oh, actually going to go into DTs. I like that even better. But he needs to find the damage. We already see TY adding on ghosts. He's got 3 at a time being made. And... you know, Trap just not really doing much. I mean, he is at least holding on. He's not getting a lot of damage done to himself, but we'll see. Both players playing it very patiently. A 5th base now coming out from Trap, while TY has just kind of gotten onto a 3rd base. Again, does go down. It looks like TY ready to kind of push into this. Clearing up some path is what Trap is going to do. Has to be careful. The EMPs will be good. Oh, anti-armor missile goes down. Colossus trying to get the damage done as far away as they can. Tanks are going to get sieged up and push back Trap once again. Disruptor is going to come in, getting on top of some of the Marines and the tank. He does not have the upgrades yet to really utilize those. There we go. Second disruptor will join the fight. Anti-armor missile still going to be a very big nuisance here for Trap. He does have the overcharge available. A couple of disruptor shots are going to go down. The splits are okay. Colossus in the back, trying to get some damage done. Finally, a couple of the Zealots will get around the army here of Trap. And unfortunately, I don't think Trap just has enough here. The EMP is going to be good once again. And just a beautiful spread coming out from TY. He is going to eventually kind of back up here and still try to put on the pressure. But even the DT Shrine not going to be in effect. As this huge attack is going across for TY. Kills off the Disruptor before it can even go off. Viking's going to land and help deal the damage, and it looks like Trap going to eventually lose this fourth base. Ooh, a huge Disruptor shot though. But is it going to matter, as it already seems like the damage has been done? And yeah, I mean, Trap trying to get on top of it will eventually be able to take care of the tank, but I don't think he has enough to actually clean this up. Trap trying to take that fourth base once again, but yeah, just not looking good for Trap right now. TY gonna go ahead and push down here to this bottom area and find this base. It is fully mining right now. And now Trap kind of playing this cat and mouse game of, I've got to attack, I've got to follow you, I've got to take care of this army. But a stream of red just going across the map. TY on that fourth base, he's taking a fifth base behind this. Eventually Trap will be able to push this off. But TY in a really good position now. He does have +2 almost done. He's still adding on more ghosts, throwing in those widow mines, and we actually see Trap going into more and more of these disruptors, really going to try to rely on those disruptor balls. But has the damage been done enough? Denying that fourth base was so huge. Able to eventually keep the fifth base alive was very nice for Trap, and we see him wanting to counterattack with this army, and Shockwave going to be upgraded. And yeah, I don't know if he can really get much done here. There's no detection with the army, so he's got to be careful of the widow mines. That's eventually take care of the bunker. A nice EMP goes off once again, killing off one of the widow mines. The second, ooh, gets a ghost as well. Very nice. There we go. Alright, so Trap now looking to get aggressive, but this army isn't that bad for Trap. EMPs go off. Oh, not able to get it off. Would have been a huge disruptor shot, but not able to get it. So Trap will go ahead and back up. Now, TY gonna throw down the fifth base up here at the 3 o'clock position, and we've just really seen TY start to explode in economy. He's up to that 80 worker count, which will allow him to start getting more minerals, more gas, and just start out producing Trap here if Trap doesn't find a solution. Now, Trap is still on 5 bases, and he has been on 5 bases for longer. Ooh, good pickup. Huge shots, getting 11 SCVs. Will eventually back up once again, but it looks like TY wants to push into this fifth base once again. He is going to recall instantly, adding on some more stalkers, stemming forward a couple of marauders just to try to push into this. Zealot's going to go for a run by, going to try to shut this down and at least lock it down. But TY able to kind of move it around. And yeah, Trap going to slowly start pushing back, and we'll shut TY down for the moment. Now, TY still looking to get some more damage done, or at least kind of fend this off. He's going to send a force up to the top at the same time as Trap, trying to push into this fourth base location, or third base location. Zealots getting on top of the SCVs. EMP goes off on this whole army of the Protoss. Disruptor shots are okay, but we do see Trap getting forced back at the same time. Gonna lose that fourth base. And looking pretty good. Gonna go down to the fifth base once again, and Trap just does not have the army. Does get 22 SCV kills, but what is it going to matter if you don't have an army to deal with this? He does eventually clean up some of TY's forces, but TY just doing such a good job of eliminating these bases again and again and again. TY coming in will be able to kill off a couple more probes as he's going to force Trap back, and he can just pick up. Oh, beautiful pick off. And there we go. Marauders, Marines, still looking to push down here at this bottom base. I think this is really the crucial base right now for Trap. If that goes down, then what will he really be able to do? I mean, he's only got 4 mining patches available over here, you know, down to the 8 and 8. So this is really kind of the crux of his income at the moment. DT's trying to get some damage done and being a distraction, but here come the Zealots, the Stalkers one more time, gonna get on top of this army. Another beautiful EMP going off onto Trap. Gonna get onto this third base. Once again, we'll be able to blink into the main if he wants to, but gonna get the kill back up. We'll supply block Trap as he attacks up to this third base. Gonna go straight for the disruptor area as the robotics facilities are going to be taken out. Disruptor shots not going to land, and I think now we get in this weird situation where Trap gonna have to somehow eliminate everything across the map and force almost a recall of sorts from TY. Disruptor shots go down. Huge disruptor shot. At the same time, the natural here for Trap is going to go down. Now this is all of the army that Trap can really have at the moment, and yeah, this is just not looking good. Trap going to lose the fourth base location as well. Coming in with the Colossus, the Stalkers will be able to blink on top of this army. Disruptor shots once again going to make some good hits. The DT in the middle of it all, just eliminating everything. There's not enough for his scan, and the only one that does have enough for a scan is being forced to lift off. He can't even really do anything else behind this, and now that crucial point for Trap is down. He is down to 1 base. There's still a lot of production here though for TY, so he needs to be careful, but it does look like eventually that is going to be taken care of. Stalkers coming up towards the north base here, looking to finish this off, but he has to be careful, especially with the planetary fortress into place. But TY just has such a massive army here. And yeah, Trap, I'm gonna go ahead and start shutting down the production once again from TY, looking to form back. He really can't even attack into the planetaries right now. That's the big saver right now for TY. And there we go. We'll be able to take that. Is Trap gonna win this? It was looking so good for TY, but Trap really just going whole hog right now. Scan does go down, sees that there's the DT, and Trap wants to find the army. He's finally in a good position to do so. TY does still have that ghost, and we'll be able to EMP this army. EMP is a good chunk of it. The Zealot's going to come in, going to get it absolutely obliterated. Blinking forward on top of this, and I think Trap's done it. We'll eventually kind of push this back, and sitting on 1 base with no minerals, having to long distance mine. Does Trap win it here? Now, TY still has a good amount of workers. He still has a decent army, but a lot of his army is in medevacs. We got to remind ourselves of that. I mean, he's at what? He's at 5 medevacs, 4 medevacs. Marauders are going to be going down. The planetary fortress is going to get some damage done, but even the DT just continuing to get all of these buildings into the red. Looks like he's trying to get in good position to shut this down. Warp Prism does go down though, so not gonna have a warp in potential here. He's line distance mining from the bottom too. That is insane. DT still getting damage done. So we see Trap just, oh no, okay. Trap just trying to find a good angle to attack into this. Guardian Shields do go down, or excuse me, the Force Fields go down, Guardian Shields will go up. And just trying to deal as much damage as possible. One of the Colossus is very low, so he needs to be careful with this. Just able to barely get into reach, killing off a few more of the SCVs. Stalker's going to blink forward, trying to eliminate all of the medevacs. And this is allowing Trap to finally get a little bit of mineral income to be able to start expanding here. Colossus goes down, only a couple of Stalkers and some Sentries remain. Yeah, I mean, he's throwing in more Stalkers, so he's not even going to go into another expansion. He is just going to all in at this point. DT still getting work done, shutting down so many of the essential buildings here for TY. Orbital is getting very low. Just Marines left here, but with the healing, I don't know if he's gonna have enough. The DT though is gonna play a good part because right now there is no really detection aside from the missile turret here. Forcing the pickup once again, does get a scan off, just kind of see where he's at, but and TY having to use his minerals to try to repair this. I mean, Trap still can potentially win this, but TY starting to build up a really strong force, and unfortunately Trap just doesn't really have the economy right now. Yeah. Gets a medevac, pushing back, and I mean, he's got probes everywhere, but that long distance mining really is the only thing keeping him afloat at the moment. The DT goes down. Trying to rely on overstimming. Zealot's gonna come in once again. Stalkers trying to get on top of the Marines. The Marauders will be able to eventually push this back. And GG. TY going to take game number 1. There we go. GG's. Trap very close to actually finishing that off. Just was not able to get the damage done. Planetary Fortress really coming in clutch there. As TY is able to take the first victory. We'll see, can he continue the lead or will Trap tie things up? It is on Death Aura, so anything is possible. And with the accelerator zones and stuff in the middle, maybe that will play an important part here. We'll find out. In game number 2, getting loaded in, and we'll see what happens. Alrighty, without further ado, here in the bottom right hand corner of the map, playing as the blue Protoss pieces, give it up, it is Trap. And in the top left, in the red, playing as the Terran pieces, give it up, it is TY. Alrighty, so game number 2 on Death Aura. I'm excited to see what ends up happening. Trap played a fantastic game there at the end, really being very cautious. I almost wonder if he were to sit back, or at least just keep the contain on TY, and start building up like his nexuses and stuff like that, and got an economy back together, maybe he would have had a better time with it, but to each his own. So game number 2, do we see that same kind of style coming out from TY with the Widow Mines, with the Hellions going into this kind of big tank Raven force to attack? Or do we see Trap maybe do something crazy, maybe go into a Stargate play and just keep putting on the pressure? We'll definitely find out. It's going to be a Marine first from TY. That's something that's really kind of become more popular as of late. Usually it's Reaper first, but we've seen a lot of pros start going into the Marine first. Allows you to get factory faster, and just, you know, be able to go into a push. He is going to go reactor though, so maybe just go into like mass Marines, or at least just a couple of Marines, and then add on the factory behind it for like a Widow Mine drop or something. Definitely get some damage done, that's for sure. Stalker is on the way, so it's being chronoed out. Going to be going across the map. Probe just going to be scouting around, wants to see, is there any proxies to worry about? Is there anything I need to worry about? And oh my goodness, TY going for a quick third base. Going super greedy this game. And I guess you can do that, right? You're up one game. It is a best of 5. Kind of a big map. Go ahead, go for the third base and defend with, you know, what you have, and then just push yourself far ahead. He's going to add on a second barracks behind this as a trap, sending across that Stalker. Will eventually get pushed back by the Marines. And we'll see what it can do. He's going to continue over. Marine's going to play follow the leader. Will not be able to find it. And it looks like Trap going to get in with his Stalker, but can he get into the main? Does he even choose to go into the main? He's got to be careful though. Doesn't want to get surrounded by these Marines. The Adept going to join forces with this, and TY trying to hold on to this as best as he can. There we go. Adept on the way. Shades forward. We'll be able to at least see where the Marines are. Trying to focus them down one at a time, but he's got to be careful. Stalker starting to take quite a bit of damage. He does have Blink on the way behind this, as well as our robotics facility. But Trap just not finding the damage really that he wants. I mean, he is able to clear out some of the Marines. So it's an even trade so far, but once that third base is done, once he lifts it over, the economy for TY is just going to skyrocket. But with this Blink attack coming up, I mean, will be interesting to see for sure. Immortals are on. Oh no. Alright, so War Prism going to be flying across the map. Probe trying to look for any scouts, Marines just going around and scouting, as well as we see this huge Stalker attack coming across. Blink is finished up, and we do see that War Prism going to warp in a few more Stalkers for a big attack. Now, what does TY have? He's got 17 Marines, which I think would be pretty good, but with the Stalker Blink coming in, there we go. Able to kill off the bunker, a couple of Marines as well. We'll eventually have to blink back as TY trying to hold and defend this as best as possible. War Prism going to be coming in, looking to warp in some more units. Actually, we'll have to back up. Shuts down the War Prism. And TY gonna hold this without any issue at all. Behind this, 2 more bunkers are going to be added on. He does have +1 finishing up, and he does have that combat shields coming through. Looks like Trap, though, wanting to deny it. Now, the big thing for TY, though, is he does not have any medevacs here. There is one getting ready to pop out. So every stim is going to count towards these Marines getting more and more damage done to them by themselves. And eventually TY is just not going to have, or Trap's not going to have enough to really push into this. Behind it, TY is sending across a medevac with some mines in it. And yeah, just trying to get damage done wherever he can. SCVs are going to get pulled with this. Combat shields almost done. More Stalkers going to get warped in with the sentries as well. Here come the Widow Mines, though. Is Trap going to realize this? No, he doesn't. They haven't been pulled. Able to kill off 8 probes. Guardian Shield, or excuse me, Force Shield's going to be good enough to be able to hold back the SCVs for enough time. Finally going to blink back, killing off an additional 18 workers, 20 workers. Blinking back, trying to use that War Prism as micro. Beautiful play there. 11 probes do go down, though, but it looks like it's finally going to get cleaned up. 22 SCVs in total have died. The Stalker's just going to walk up at this point. There are 4 medevacs, so the healing potential is there now. The Trap has to be careful, and with the tank coming out, he needs to really be careful. Oh no, the War Prism. The War Prism. No, don't lose this War Prism again. Oh no, 21 probes. TY doing such a good job with these Widow Mines. TY is down to 37 SCVs to 48 probes. But the Widow Mines from TY have just been so good. It's another 5. Trap really just not able to get anything done with that. Looks like he is going to go back into the main with the Stalkers, but the tank, they're just not going to allow that to happen. Oh no. Trap, no. And the Stalkers go down. You think Trap starting to pull ahead, just gets totally brought back down from TY now. Trap is on that 3rd base, though, so he is able to recover his economy pretty quickly. And Trap trying to be active on the map, but TY has just been in such a crazy position, finally able to throw down his 3rd onto its location. And yeah, now things kind of slowing down for the moment. We do have extended thermal lance done for Trap. He is adding on disruptors now, playing a very standard kind of Protoss army. We're going to start seeing TY start doing more drops. Charge on the way, as well as both the forges are now finished. Going to start seeing upgrades coming through for Trap, but TY may have other plans as he is going to start pushing across the map. GG's out instantly, and TY going to take game number 2 here, making it 2-0. And GG's. TY, man, just able to get so much damage now. Trap was doing a phenomenal job of actually, pushing into the main, as well as pushing into the natural, and keeping TY almost in a contain. But because Trap was spending so much focus onto the attack, trying to micro his Stalkers and micro the War Prism and stuff, was not focusing on the the army or the mines at home, and TY just getting like 30 plus kills on those widow mines was just so good, and really shut down the economy of Trap to where he couldn't remake anything hardly. So really good job from TY. We'll see if he can continue that here into game number 3, or if Trap can finally edge himself a victory. Let's find out. Alrighty guys, without further ado, here in the top right hand corner of Oxide, playing as the blue Protoss pieces, he needs your love and support. Give it up, it is Trap. And in the bottom left, in the red, playing as the Terran pieces, being on a tear, can he keep it up? It is TY. Alrighty, so game number 3 coming through. Oxide, different map, different scenarios, same players. Now, the probe coming across for Trap. It looks like he's going to go down to the bottom. Will we see ourselves a proxy here? It's definitely possible. You're down to 0-2. You want to get something done. Looks like he's just going to go into the natural, into the main base though. So, no proxies all together. So Barracks will be able to finish up, and the probe here for Trap just going to scout as much as he can before he eventually returns back home. There we go. Natural coming down for Trap behind us, as well as TY just now throwing his down. Probe's still trying to harass as much as possible, but the Marine for TY eventually will clean that up. Now, we see this again coming out from TY, throwing down the reactor, potentially going into a quick third base. And we'll see Adepts coming through for Trap behind this. And already a bunker coming down, so we see TY wanting to be defensive once again, throwing down that second bunker. This is basically the same build as the previous game. And you know, does TY get away with it again? We saw, you know, Trap going for that Stalker play, and yeah, Stalkers can blink up here if he were to go for that, but it's going to be a Stargate coming out from Trap. But oh no. Okay, so it's so double Reaper into double Marine, going 3 racks. Oh my goodness. Can he get the damage done with these Reapers? Now, the Adept here for Trap is going to continue to keep an eye on the base here of TY, but with TY going into this 3 rack situation, yeah, I don't know. Finally, eBay's gonna go down behind this. Did he scout that out though? No, he doesn't know about this, but he is gonna go ahead and throw down the eBay. Just wants to make sure he has protection, as it is gonna be an Oracle opening. Stim on the way for the Terran. TY gonna be able to take care of one of the Adepts. The second Adept is going to finally get out. There's just so many Marines here. I don't think this Oracle is going to get anything done. Yeah, he's able to kill off a couple of Marines, whoop-de-doo, but no damage going to be done. Finally, the Reapers are going to come in, able to kill off a couple of probes. Eventually do die, but oh man. Stim and combat shields, just mass Marines for TY. Factory finally going to be coming out as Trap looking to I guess come in with the Oracles against this mass Marines, man. And he's already got turrets as well as in the base. I guess you just kind of revelate this army. Yeah. You just keep an eye on it. Third base for Trap will be coming out. Shield batteries and sentries for the Protoss, adding on those additional gateways, and we see TY just kind of sitting back right now. He does have STEM finally completed. Combat shields will finally finish up behind this. And it looks like he's just going to go for basically like a Marine drop here. Revelate goes down once again. Yeah, Stasis Ward. Yeah, I like this from Trap though. Throwing down those Stasis Wards, just preparing for the attack he knows is coming. Charge on the way for the Protoss as well behind this, +1 in a third base, so... Phoenix follow-up for Trap is it does look like TY is getting ready to move across. He's got a good count. He's at 29 Marines, adding on some Marauders. He's got the Medivacs on the way. Finally going to throw down a reactor onto the factory to be able to start making mines. Yeah, I mean, Trap going into the Stargate style, adding on more gateways. Finally going to throw down the Templar Archives to be able to start High Templar, get himself Storm, especially against a very, like, fragile army of TYs. Should be pretty good. TY is eventually going to start moving across the map with this Marine force. He's got the Medivacs out for healing as well. Oh, okay. Scan's gonna see the Stasis Ward. Oh, a second Stasis Ward gonna lock down a lot of TY's army. Revelate gonna go down to keep an eye on it as well. He does have the Marines in the medevac to help out with this. But it's mainly just Zealot and Adept here. I don't know. He's got the Widow Mines. They are going to be revelated, so he will actually see these. But now it's like Trap cannot attack into the Marine force without having to deal with these mines. Yeah, more mines going to join the field. TY slowly starting to push in on this. Archons are here though. Oh, good Widow Mine shots gonna be going off once again. The other Widow Mines almost off a cooldown as TY just microing back and forth. The Phoenix gonna pick up a couple of the mines, the Marines, to deal with this as more Widow Mines come in here. The Zealot's starting to thin out. A huge Widow Mine shot onto his own army. Beautiful play there from Trap. And we'll shut this down from TY. As TY going to be forced to return back home. He does have that third base up, while Trap is going for a fourth base behind all of this. And yeah, man, TY shutting himself down there. Beautiful play from Trap, sending the army on top of Marines. Now the Phoenix coming in, trying to get just whatever damage they can, shutting down the gas of TY. And yeah, I mean, Trap gonna rebuild his forces. He's going into the Zealot Archon army with some Immortals. He's got the High Templar coming through. He doesn't have Storm researching yet, but should be following up pretty quickly. Scan does go down to see kind of where the army is. See where the economy is here for Trap, but it's gonna be a Zealot run by for Trap. But it does look like TY finally massing up more uses. Some more Marines, some more Marauders. He's going to throw down the mines, and once again, kind of... Oh, he's got Ghost out now, too. Misses the EMP. Yeah, waiting for the Guardian shields, or excuse me, the Force Fields to go down. We'll eventually start pushing into this once again. Another good Force Field goes down. Loses a few more Marines. He does have quite a bit of mines, and actually Trap able to get right on top with the Observer. Yeah, TY trying to play this very carefully. He is going to end up moving around. He does still have the Ghost available, so that could help out potentially. His EMPs haven't been that great this game, though, so he's got to be careful with that. Able to kill off a couple of Phoenix, that could be huge enough. EMPs do go down on the Archons. There we go. Guardian Shield, or excuse me, Force Shield's going to go down one more time. EMP's going off everywhere as this army finally gets hit good enough from those Ghosts. As TY starting to push in, the first and second Colossus are going to come in and push us back. At the same time, that Zealot run by, getting 8 SCVs. Slowly starting to push towards the natural. At the same time, finally going to be moved to be pushed back here. Is TY still Widow Mines do remain, so he needs to be careful with that. Oh no. TY gonna go into the main. There is nothing here. Instant recall coming out from Trap. As we see TY starting to push into the main. We'll eventually pick up and move out. And since there's no stalkers with this army, he's not able to just blink forward and take care of these. And now we see them just kind of back and forth at this point. TY gonna start pushing across one more time up to the top. Trap does have a little bit of a defense there, and he still has some up here. So you see TY pushing into this third base. So it's gonna get us around, but we'll be forced to pick up once again. And TY gonna go into the main. This time there's no recall available. Shutting down some of the production of Trap, getting on top of the Colossus as they're exposed. And once again, TY just going to pick up and slowly move back down to this third base. There's no defense really here. And I mean, Trap can't even send across any Zealots at this point. He needs every unit possible to defend these little harassments coming out from TY. SCV going to be moving forward. We'll kind of see where everything is. Actually scouts the War Prism. The Zealots try to get in and do some damage onto this fourth base, but the Planetary Fortress will eventually move that out. Additional High Templar are going to be warped in. That's TY trying to broaden everything out and get ready for a big attack. EMP is going to go down once again. Shutting down the energy here of the sentries. Gonna get on top of it. Widow Mines do shoot off. And it looks like TY might just have enough, but with the additional reinforcements coming in here for Trap, it will actually push TY back. Looking forward, killing off the Widow Mines. Now it looks like Trap gonna finally start pushing back against TY. Now a lot of TY's army is in these medevacs, so he has to be careful. 20 SCVs do get killed off, however, as Trap does have that Zealot run by there. And that's really kind of helped Trap stay in this, getting those kills and able to defend these little pushes. And we see Trap on the cusp here of victory as he starts pushing in to this very crucial base on the fourth. The heals, though, coming out from the Terran, just going to be a little bit too much. We'll be forced back once again. killing off an additional 7 workers, and still it remains. But behind this, we do have a 5th base done for Trap. Looks like he's going to start sending units over here now. And now we see Trap in this, very aggressive position. Linking forward with the Stalkers, getting on top of all of the units here. EMPs do go out, eliminating the shields from the Immortals, from the Colossus. GG, and Trap will be able to get a victory and take it to game number 4. Man, Trap able to get the victory there. I think the biggest flaw, man, was just how aggressive TY was getting. He was doing really good laddering back and forth, but just was not able to get it all done. And once that 3rd base location was eventually able to be held off, he just had so much supply in medevacs that when Trap decided to counterattack, and let's be real, those counterattacks from Trap, the run-bys with the Zealots, he did it 2 or 3 times, and each time was getting a lot of SCVs, and that really kind of cut into the income of TY. We're used to seeing TY in that 80-90 SCV range, and he was barely able to make it into the 50 at times because of how much damage was getting done economically. So we'll see, can Trap tie things up, and we'll go to a game 5. I think if he can play solidly and not take too much damage, definitely has the ability to. But we'll see if TY shuts him down to get it 3-1, or what ends up happening. Game number 4 gonna be loading in. It is on Nightshade, so anything can happen. Let's find out. All right, without further ado, here in the bottom right hand corner, it is Trap. Spawning in onto the top left in the red, it is TY. Alrighty, so game number 4 on Lightshade. TY going to be going into the barracks first. We've seen him do kind of the same build each game. So we'll see what ends up happening. He has been able to play greedy. He has been able to play aggressive, and we've seen Trap do different builds every time. It seems like sometimes they are doing okay, but it's just these small mistakes where TY is just able to get a lot of damage done that kind of forces him in this weird position. So game number 4, do we see that happen again? Now, Cyrix Core goes down, and we do see Trap going for the Nexus play here. Eventually, the command center is going to be taken. And it's going to be that reactor opening again. Now, we've seen him do this reactor opening. We've seen him go 3 racks. We've seen him go into a 3rd base. What's he going to do this time? SCV will be in the front for TY. Just wants to see, what kind of comes out, what to expect. Alrighty. So Stalker can be making its way across the map. It is going to be double Reapers once again. Looks like Trap going to be going into the Stargate play. With the bunker finished up, we do actually see TY just going to be more than okay all together now. First adept is on its way across the map. Going to continue to put on the pressure, and behind this, the Stargate's going to finish up. Adept going to be returning back home, as we do actually see TY coming in, looking to get a couple of probe kills. He does get the first one. Second one does go down. Eventually the Stalker gets pushed back, and somehow both Reapers do end up out, but the Adept looking to kill them off, but will not be able to do so. Now Oracle's on its way across the map. We do see Stim on the way. This time though, there is no eBay for the Terran. No. What is he doing? Why? Why, Trap? Why? He had the potential to do a lot of damage, but now it's being scouted out by TY, and he's going to be prepared. He's got Marines in the natural. He's got Marines in the main. Fortunately, now he doesn't have that surprise attack that could have gotten him some kills. And yeah, now he's just going to poke in, scouts and sees maybe kind of what's coming out. And we'll eventually back up. Now, Reaper will scout that the third base from Trap is laid down. And yeah, behind it, Blink, Stim almost done. Combat shields and +1 on the way. So very much a repeat of the previous series. This looks like TY starting to push across the map before he even gets the medevacs out. He's just now making a factory. He wants to get the cancel on the third base or the kill. Here we go, stimming forward. Marine's gonna get on top of the first Stalker, trying to get on top of the probes. Overcharge is alive, but will be taken out there pretty quickly. The Reaper gonna help out and push the Stalkers back, as the Marines will be returning back home. The Oracle does see those coming through, and we see TY trying to regroup. And yeah, I don't know. Stalkers are going to come across. Stim's going to help out, but there's just a lot of Marines here for the Terran. Does Stim once again. I mean, he doesn't. He's just now making a starport. So, and he keeps stimming. I don't know. Pratt gets the Revelate off. He does have the Stalkers coming up, looking to see, is there a third base? There is not a third base in the location yet. He does have one building. And yeah, the Trap just going to pull back once again, and he's trying to be aggressive. He's trying to be offensive, but I don't know. Right now, TY does have quite a bit of Marines, and I guess at this point, he's just trying to weaken the army as much as possible, forcing the Stims out while the medevacs are not there. It makes them a little bit easier to kill, but yeah, unfortunate there for Trap. He's going to have to pull back once again, and behind this, Temple Archives is going to finish up. You have those additional gateways on the way, +1, and charge is on the way. Trap throwing down the pylon up at the top for reinforcements. Third base for Trap behind this as well, and I don't know, as this goes on, I mean, TY getting a little bit stronger each time. He does have Widow Mines on the way now as well. We've seen how deadly those can be against Protoss as well as against his own army. But now with the medevacs out, stimming isn't as bad. Doesn't hurt the Terran as much. Revelate goes down one more time. Storm going to be finishing up. And we will see another attack coming out here. Now, Zealot's looking to get on top of the Marines as best as possible. Doing a pretty good job of actually kind of kiting this back, but the blink forward with the Stalkers going to charge some of this up. Storm is going to be coming down, getting on top of the Marines, and will actually shut down TY. Another drop, though, going into the main base, shutting down the... Oh, okay. Gets the overcharge. Widow Mines don't get the best of shots, but yeah. TY coming in for another attack up to the top. Moves himself out with the medevacs, but eventually does move back. TY though. Oh, gets a good Widow Mine shot onto the High Templar. We see TY pushing across now. Trap still trying to find some kind of damage. Still trying to find some kind of something. He does have the warp gate up here. He could potentially warp in some counterattacks, but it looks like TY just going to return back home. That fourth base will live to see another day, at least for the time being. Oracle flying around, looking to get some Revelates off, maybe get a couple of kills. Does see the Ghost out. There we go. Fourth base finally going to be moved over for TY. And now he's playing a little defensive. He does have a Widow Mine drop coming to this third base location. Ooh, almost gets another attack there. At the same time, TY coming down, gonna get a beautiful EMP off. When Storm does go down, it looks like he might have enough here. Overcharge, healing up a lot of these units. The Widow Mine shots going to not connect. There we go, finally. Starting to make a little bit of headway. Marines coming up from the top, mines coming through as well. Another storm does go off, it hits the army, but able to move out pretty quickly. Overcharge is no longer available. GG's, and TY takes the victory.